So we think we found the greatest spot in all of Mexico. The quietest we've ever had for 4 nights.
Oh my god, I'm gonna miss it so much.
Yeah, definitely visit Lagos, Montebello if you get a chance in Chiapas. But it's time to move on. Our friends Leah and Travis are here as well.
Yes.
So we're with them again. We're gonna keep moving through Chiapas and you're gonna see some amazing sights.
Let's go to the waterfall. Let's go.
Continuing our drive through Chiapas. Last time we visited a lot of amazing things this Mexican state has to offer. Don't forget to check out that video to see how we got to where we are now. In today's episode, we are heading to some more interesting falls, as well as Chiapas' most intriguing mine cities, one of which is only accessible by boat. First up, a road trip through the dense green jungle of Chiapas, but not alone, as our good friends Travis and Leah will be accompanying us for the next week to visit some of the secrets that this state holds.
We've made it to Las Nubes. We made it here with our friends Travis and Leah. Apparently this was a must-see location. We love to see waterfalls, so let's go see what it's all about.
Only a short detour from the main road. We took the back way in, and we didn't have to pay.
Check it out.
So cool. Right?
Wow.
Woo! Now that is a waterfall.
Fans of both waterfalls and bridges, this was really cool. However, this suspension bridge came with warnings not to exceed more than 4 people, so let's be quick. The natural beauty of this landscape is unparalleled in Mexico, and we keep reinforcing the thought that this is our favorite state.
There's a map. We love maps.
It's a walk. It's 1,500 meter walk.
Oh.
Kilometer and a half.
This is called the Jungle Walk, a short, or so we think, walk through the sticky hot jungle.
Thought those were fish.
Whatever.
It's easy to see why Chiapas is so green and lush. With all this flowing water, life has a better chance.
Fit your whole body in there.
You gotta be so careful here.
Careful.
Ooh, wow. That is a view.
At the top of the hike, we are blessed with amazing views of Chiapas and the rest of the waterfalls that inhabit the park of Las Nubes. We swear we aren't looking for the most interesting places on purpose. It just ends up that way.
One way to go. We gotta climb under.
Show us how it's done. The elegant way, okay?
Elegant is my middle name. And now we venture into the path of the labyrinth.
There's no Wi-Fi in the jungle, but we promise you'll find a better connection.
Ooh, I heard that one before.
It's not cliche or anything.
The 1.5 kilometer hike ends up being a lot longer than we expect. But with such interesting terrain, we can't help but feel we stumbled across one of the greatest hikes around.
Somebody is feeling like Tarzan today.
First time hanging off a vine. That's a good vine.
Silly.
This tree grows backwards.
This tree grows backwards? How
This
does that
tree
work?
grows from up to down.
How do you know that?
It says that in English.
Oh. I was like, how do you see that?
There's so many things unknown to us, and so much more to learn and experience. Mexico is just full of so much, including this Montebello tree. It's about that time we take our big drive to quite possibly the most interesting place in all of Chiapas. From Las Nubes, we are headed to Frontera Corazol. And from there, we're taking a boat trip on this river to the city of Yaxchilan, which is right here. It takes 2 full days of driving to get to the city of Frontera Corazol, but beautiful views most of the way there, we don't complain. Plus the rare time to spend so much time in the air conditioning is welcome. We already have our campsite picked out before we get there. Uncommon for us, but our friends like to travel with a bit more preparedness than us. We take a walk down to the water to get a glimpse of what to expect tomorrow. But what we didn't expect is that there are groups of people getting off the boats whom are coming from Venezuela. We would soon find out this is a major border crossing for migrant labor and people smuggling. 6:30 a.m. and already dressed like Indiana Jones. We need to be early if we want to beat the heat and the mass crowds.
We are almost at the boat. We got ourselves a private charter to one of the most well-preserved Mayan ruins, Yaxchilan, in the middle of the Mexican jungle. Can't wait to see what this beautiful city has in store for us.
Yaxchillan isn't a top tourist destination yet, but with quickly growing awareness, it won't be long before this town is overrun just like the rest of Mexico. Our boats are called Lancha, and this will be our mode of transportation to the ancient Mayan city.
So we're heading down this river about 40 minutes on this river that divides both Mexico and Guatemala. It's pretty cool.
We learned from the boat operator that this waterway is huge for the migration of illegal immigrants coming from Latin American countries and South America. He gets paid to transport people from Guatemala to Mexico, which is only on the other side of the water. There is a border guard stationed at the place where we took this boat, but he is paid to look the other way. But now with buildings starting to take shape, we realize we are at the ancient city.
Here we are, we made it.
You excited?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Let's go check it out.
Getting off the boat, we are now surrounded by nothing but jungle for many, many kilometers. We take our first steps into this hidden wonder behind a blanket of trees. When we make it to the open courtyard, we are greeted with the first deer we have seen in Mexico, having it run right by us. We have a feeling that this is some sort of good luck and fortune. We were told by other travelers who have been here years ago that we should not miss the creepy multi-story building. Well, we found it without knowing.
There's bats in here.
Oh, really?
It started out normal. At the entrance, we saw small bats hanging from the ceiling, trying to sleep. But then we met these giant insects, which we found out later are called tailless whip scorpion, that were a bit frightening at first, but they definitely didn't want anything to do with us.
They're all staring at me, it's really weird.
Yeah, they're like, excuse me, it's the middle of my night.
Right?
The structure is huge, and we spent a lot of time walking through its maze of dark corridors, and really hoping not to encounter anything that didn't want us there. Like most structures that remain standing, this was once a temple dedicated to their deity. Archaeologists believe this city was originally called Pachan, or Broken Sky. While Alfred Maudsley, an English explorer of the 20th century, gave the city its current name, Yaxchilan, which means green stones.
Oh, hello.
Hello?
67 structures have been uncovered here, and in all forms of conditions. The area is large with a lot to see, and with limited time, we feel like it's not enough. The main inhabitants are now the howler monkeys that you can see swinging from tree to tree all around the city. The city also has some of the most well-preserved lintels and monuments, which have intricate carvings of the city's history. To us, one of the most impressive pieces of architecture here is the stairwell and preceding structure known as Structure 33. Moving on to the final area of the city, the South Acropolis. Also built by Bird Jaguar IV, it was only constructed to showcase his legitimacy to rule, and nothing more. Moving on to the West Acropolis, or what we saw written on site as a joke. The small Acropolis is the largest single structure in the entire city. What an incredible experience to have seen this almost forgotten city. Maybe one day we'll be back.
So that was our time in Yaxchilan. We had 2 hours from our boat tour onto the land. Amazing spot, nobody around. Well-preserved Mayan ruin, probably the best one we're going to see in a long time. Highly recommend. Everything about it was superb. Now to get back on the boat, an hour drive upriver, back to the city, back to our trucks, we can get moving again.
That was cool.
Los ancestros eran muy inteligentes. ¿Está bien?
That's great.
Cheers, they served us Coke.
Cheers.
Ruinas mayas.
Let's head back. Whew.
We have one more major Mayan city to explore, but on our way, we are making a stop, and of course, it's to a waterfall.
We are at Cascada Roberto Barillas, and after a good habit, as always, we woke up extra early this morning to be able to go to the waterfalls without any other crowd. So let's see if we did it today, if we're all by ourselves again. And we're just gonna enjoy this morning.
Chiapas is known for a few things: its well-preserved ruins, its traditional culture, and definitely its natural beauty. There are hundreds of waterfalls in Chiapas, and we only visited a small handful. You could spend a lifetime just in this state alone and experience so many wonders like this. And to be honest, we would love that. But unfortunately, we are on the trip of a lifetime along the PanAmerican highway. There's a lot we didn't see or do in Chiapas, and we hope we can make it back one day. But for now, we are just living in this moment, taking it all in. The final leg of this journey brings us to the city of Palenque. It was a short drive from Roberto Barrios to the ancient Mayan city that we heard so much about.
Yeah, made it to Palenque.
Yeah.
We're here with Travis and Leah, of course. We've been with them for the past week. And we're about to see one of the greatest ruins in Mexico and Chiapas. So
Excited.
let's get to it. Yeah, pretty excited. Apparently only 10% of this entire ruin is only been uncovered. 90% of it is still hidden in the jungle. So that's pretty cool.
Much easier to access than Yaxchilan, which means crowds. But again, we are here first thing in the morning. And what captures your attention immediately when walking into this site are the size of the structures here, like this, the Temple of Inscriptions. This temple is home to the Red Queen, who is buried in a sarcophagus with bright red powder made of cinnabar.
Pretty solid building still. For being...
There's no bats or little scorpions like the last one though.
I missed this. That was adventure.
Despite only 10% being uncovered, there is much to see. Lots of stairs too, which gives you a nice view of the area. Palenque also has numerous well-preserved wall murals as well.
I was thinking it might have had something to do with like the solstice or something. Usually these ruins go off the equinoxes.
They've all had a temple of the sun, it seems like.
Yeah, sun was like the god, right?
Right.
That's what they worshipped.
Please correct me if I'm wrong on my ancient Mayan deities.
Another insanely well-preserved wall mural here. It's crazy how well that they restored Palenque.
There is so much history in the world, and there is so much to see, explore, and do. Happy to be here and see how the world used to be. And with this final structure that was briefly used as a house for a British explorer, we end our time in Palenque and Chiapas. And we say goodbye to our friends one last time. We met Travis and Leah far away from here, on a secluded beach in Baja known as Agua Verde. They later invited us to take a tour with them through the southern Baja Mountains over a few days. And on Baja again, meeting up with them to take the ferry over to Mazatlan with numerous other travelers. And by chance, we got the opportunity to experience the city of Guanajuato with them in the center of Mexico, never expecting to see them again. And now, over the course of this episode, we journeyed with them the past week after meeting up with them in the city of San Cristobal. You never know what to expect while living on the road, and a great friendship can develop out of seemingly nowhere. Good luck in the future, guys. See you down the road. We are in Quintana Roo now, and things are different. We are going to be traveling different. The land is different, and what we can experience is different. For now, we aren't traveling. This beach will do great. Crystal clear waters, amazing blue, but extremely busy and touristic. Mexico is changing, but we are adapting. Quintana Roo is a new chapter in Mexico, one that I'm sure will be unforgettable. Journey with us as we explore the last remaining states in beautiful Mexico.